Hey, good morning. Joe here. It's Firearms Friday. We're in the range at Larry's on North Memorial Parkway in beautiful downtown Huntsville. So today we thought we'd respond to some customer requests on how do I really break down my AR-15 firearm and really get into cleaning it. So we're going to do that real quickly this morning. I'm not actually going to clean it, but I'm going to show you what you need to do that. So one of the first things you want to do is make sure you don't have any ammo in the area at all. So you don't want to have any ammo laying around that you might accidentally do that. So the first thing you do then is check the firearm and make sure that it's not loaded at all. To do that, of course, you release the bolt release right here, pull the charging handle back, and check in the chamber. Make sure there's nothing in there. Okay, there's nothing in there. Now I'm going to lock the bolt back here to make a point here. To take this down, you pull this pin out right here. You can barely see that because it's black, but that pin has to come out. But guess what? You cannot open this chamber up with that pin like that and this bolt carrier group pull back, because the bolt carrier group is now in the stock. So you got to release the bolt carrier group, let it go forward like so. Now then I can pull this pin out right here. If you can get a good shot of that, that pin pulls out. It will not come out all the way. Do not try to pull this out all the way. There's a spring and a detent in here that holds that in. That's all you need to do right there. So then you just simply open it up like so, and I'm going to lay it down where I can get a good shot of this. Take the charging handle right here. There's a little lever here, spring loaded. Pull that back, and that brings your bolt carrier group out. That's it right there. That's the meat of the gun right there. So I want to spend a few minutes talking about the bolt carrier group now. Now this is a brand new one, so it doesn't need cleaning. But you can see here's your expanded cartridge extractor. This is your firing pin right here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull this apart so you can see this. Now this gas tube right here catches the gas that comes back, and that's what makes the entire gun function. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull this cotter pin out. I'm going to use my little screwdriver here to pull this cotter pin out. And this only goes in one way. Notice this side right here, it's kind of flush, just got a hole. This side has a little bit of an indentation. I hope you can see that there. And I'm going to pull the cotter pin out, and I'm going to lay that down. And now there's your firing pin right there. Okay. Now I've got this thing pulled apart right now. So this is what you want to do to clean all this stuff. So how do you clean it? Well, what you need, of course, you're going to need some solvent, and you're going to need a little bit of lubricant here. You're going to need your wire brush, a couple of sizes. These are real handy. You're going to need your chamber brush, because this needs to go in and clean your chamber right here. Okay. And it has to be a special brush. This goes down the barrel, and this cleans the part of the chamber where the actual rim of the cartridge sits. And of course, you're going to need a long rod here, because this needs to go in and where you can clean the entire barrel. And of course, on this, you would attach your jag. Okay, and that's the proper term for this. It's a jag, not the legal office kind, but this is the jag. And of course, this then, you would put your patches on and swab through the barrel. That's the way that would work. So whenever you get ready to put this thing back together, again, got to put your firing pin back in, let it drop in like so. And again, we're going to put this cotter pin in this direction. It'll only fit this one way. It's a little tricky sometimes. And it has to fit in. Okay, so your pin is back in now. Now, whenever you're putting this thing back in, notice this key right here, okay? Watch how this moves, okay? This pin right here has to be in that position. No matter how hard you beat on this gun or this bolt carrier group, it will not go back in correctly unless that key is under that position. It has to be under this gas tube. If it's sitting like that, it absolutely will not go back in no matter what you do to it. So make sure you pull the extractor forward like that, all right? Now, there's a little bit of a trick here on this charging handle. Let me pull the charging handle out. I want you to see these two little ears on either side right here, okay? There's a groove up here that this charging handle rides in, and these two little ears have to fit into a slot here. And if they don't get them in that slot like that, it will absolutely not work, okay? So then when you get that in there, you simply take your bolt carrier group, put that in there, give it a smack like so, and close her up, push this pin back in position, boom, we're done. Now that's all there is to this. This is a great easy way to do this. Super fun. A lot of people build these. Okay, you can buy all these parts assembled as this one, or you can buy all these parts separately and assemble your own. That's why it's become a great hobby for doing this kind of thing. You can get this on a lot of different calibers too. So everything from 22 up to a 5.56 like this one, 308, whatever. But this entire mechanism is all basically the same no matter what. Oh, and one last thing. There's a picture floating around on Facebook that circles this particular device right here. And it says, this is the button that converts an AR into full automatic. Okay, absolutely not true. This does not convert the gun to full automatic. This is a forward assist. So if you see on the bolt carrier group, there's some grooves right there. Okay. Now this was put in there because in case for some reason the bolt carrier group doesn't go forward all the way, you push that and it pushes the bolt carrier group. This engages these grooves and it pushes the bolt carrier group forward. That does not make it a full auto, but that's been floating around on the internet for a couple of years now. This is the button that makes a full auto? No, it does not. It has nothing to do with making a full auto. All right, that's it for this week. We're going to give you a little bit of tutorial on how to maintain your AR style firearm. Hope you enjoyed this. Tune in next week. We might do something crazy like shooting full auto AR. All right, you guys take care. Be safe out there. Bye-bye.